Human rights activist Falana, SCM, said on Monday the federal government was being misled into prosecuting the promoters of the #EndSARS movement in the country. In a statement he personally signed, the lawyer also accused the government of failing to provide security for the youth campaigning against police brutality in Nigeria. He said there was no connection between the youth calling for socio-economic reforms and the hoodlums that went on moronic rampage in many states across the country. He described the hoodlums that looted and destroyed several properties during the violence that triggered the #EndSARS protests as product of the decadent and neoliberal economic policy of the federal government. Falana said during the #EndSARS protest, the federal government considered the fundamental right of Nigerian youth to protest peacefully. The protests were generally peaceful. Unfortunately, the police did not provide security for the protesters as required by the law. Hence, hoodlums took over the protests. By the way, the hoodlums are product of the decadence of and neoliberal economic policy of the federal government. There is no nexus between the #EndSARS protesters and the hoodlums. It is unfortunate that the government is being misled as usual. They should go ahead and charge the #EndSARS protesters in a criminal court if there is any if there's any scintilla of evidence indicting them. We have traveled through this dangerous route before to the detriment of national development. Okay. That is the question. I think that this is the first person I'm hearing who has said the same thing, the same question I have been asking. They will tell you that, oh, don't go and protest because hoodlums were hijacked. Who are the hoodlums? How did they come to be? What propelled the hoodlums in the first place? Is the government not supposed to be ashamed of itself that you have hoodlums, that people who are supposed to protest peacefully according to the constitution, they have the right to do so, and you are supposed to protect them? We have seen a lot of protests going on all over the world. You see, in a saner environment, because if Nigeria is a saner environment, they would have been protected. Police were not there. The government did not provide police for them. And we remember in 2012, during Occupy Nigeria in Ojota, the policemen were there. They were guarding the people. So what stopped? Since this government came on board, protesters have always been on their own. Once they are protesting, you will not see another group. That is what a lot of unimaginable things started happening in this regime. It is this regime that will not see that during election they will be going to polling booths and be sharing money. They have their own polling booths where they share money. When the whole thing started, when it became known and obvious to people, they had to stop it. They devised other means. It is the same this regime that you see that people are protesting and you are seeing other people coming to attack the protesters. Of course, maybe those hoodlums, they go elsewhere to go and be, maybe when there's riot. But at the end of the day, those who usually protest, who come to protest genuinely, they have now found out that, there's no need to start destroying anything when you're protesting. And they have devised a means of protesting peacefully. And before you know it again, you now see that if not that there is power that be, the hand of power that be, why is it that you are not providing security for those who are protesting? It happens all over the world. Why is it that they are not protecting them? And at the end of the day, we saw where protests were going on. It was so peaceful, and they were unhappy with the way the protests were organized, especially the one in Lekki. I'm sure they were so unhappy, and no wonder one of the lawmakers in Lagos said, oh, they didn't want to, how do you want to, since the government told them that they are going to do this, they've disbanded this, they've done this, they've done that, they should have left the street, because they were not providing food. Those are the people you said they were causing problems. They were providing food for everybody, for the people who were there, providing a lot of things, what the Nigerian government could not even do. That is to tell you that it is doable. If Nigeria wants to be better today, it is doable. But it is a deliberate act to keep this country the way it is, so that few individuals will continue to live like kings. And that is just what they are fighting for. That is all what they are fighting for. So the same people who were providing all of this, all of a sudden you turn it around and began to say that they are bringing anarchy to the country, but it was as a result of this protest that brought this destruction that we experienced. And they will be telling you that hoodlums, and some people are just don't go and protest because hoodlums will hijack. Why would hoodlums be hijacking protest? Why do we have them so many? Why is it that the government is always thinking about them? Why is it that they cannot be dealt with? And what brought about the hoodlums in the first place? You have not done the right thing. You have not provided enough things for people, because those who are fully engaged, those who are really engaged, that are really employed, they will not have time to go and be stealing things or whatever. You have left your responsibility and they are not changing. They are changing everything. You want to charge the people. You can imagine. This is the same government that is talking about a judicial panel. The judicial panel is still ongoing, and you are bringing all manner of things. That was the same thing they did to Sowore, and they failed woefully up till today. It's more than a year now. They've been on this case. They cannot move forward. They cannot move back. This Falana told us the same thing, that the government does not have any tangible reasons to jail Sowore. And people thought maybe it was a joke. Why is it that all the evidence, all whatever they were accusing Sowore of, why is it that they have not thrown him behind bars? If really they are sincere, they just left him in Abuja. Why? Because they don't have any tangible reasons, just like the man said. And it is happening. We are all experiencing it. We are all seeing it. Because it baffles me. Because a lot of people were running their mouth. Oh, this guy will rot in jail. But he's not in jail now. According to what the government told us, they couldn't even go further with the case. We don't know why they are delaying him. The same thing you have not provided for the people, and you're always talking about hoodlums, you are talking about this. Why didn't you provide security for the people? The same thing we are talking about. They are not protecting the people. They are not even looking into what the police and the SARS, what they have been doing before things deteriorated to what it is. And they've been playing lip service because they were not serious about it. Because this 2020 is not the first time they have been disbanding SARS and be talking about reforms. Governor of Rivers said the same thing, that how many panels do they want to set up, that they are not interested, that the ones that they've set up before in the past, that they should work on those things, because it's just playing lip service to this judicial panel. And in the midst of this judicial panel you are talking about, you are freezing people's accounts. Then these are the things that made the protesters not to leave the streets, because the government was not serious about it. You are now trying to turn everything against them, and you say you are making inquiry, you are investigating all that happened. All of a sudden, those who were complaining about the police brutality, now you are going against them because they came out to criticize or to complain. What are we talking about? And we have demons and principalities and powers moving around. They'll begin to say the unimaginable things, and you'll be wondering, are these people human beings? When I hear these people talking, I'll just say, God, you are a great God. Because with all of these atrocities going on, and you will still just be looking at everybody. Just continue to display yourself. So exactly what the man has said, that okay, just go, let us know what you are going to do about this whole thing. If you want to charge them, for criminal offense, let us go there. Well, someone is saying, oh, Falana, you are one of the people that misled us for your selfish gain. Are they going to protest indefinitely? Are they going to protest indefinitely? So the man misled you. Well, no points on your replying. Okay, your madness is growing wide. It's like being in APC guarantee no freedom of speech and protest again. Hoodlum are not protesters, period. Well, for saying this, you guys say that you are part of those rotten politicians, and you are the people who sold your future because of little money. So you mean you are enjoying from the government? That is why you cannot say the truth. Who are you and who are they? What selfish interest does he have here? No, I don't know whether it is a Falana student that they are killing on the street, whether it is all the people that the police have been victimizing. All of them are Falana's children. It is Falana that created SARS. It is Falana that has told the SARS people to be intimidating people on the streets all over the country. Apart from the north, they are not there. So it is Falana that said that. Well, you will live long, sir. Someone say you are one of very few that I know after late Gani Faweyemi. You all fought for Nigeria during the military era. I strongly believe you will be God's grace. Resist all evil prosecutors up and against peaceful protesters. No one can shut my mouth in advising government on how to be accountable to its citizenry and to listen to the youth genuinely. You continue to support all these hoodlums calling themselves youth because you want to be Ekiti State governor. Continue. That's this one is saying Bola Iton because you want to be. Oh my goodness. Now wow. We the youth should be wise. Are these activist children with us in the protest? If you claim to be whatever, what stood far from you, you will tell the story of your burial. Oh, this person. Are you sure this person is in Nigeria? His son is even there. By the way, the hoodlums were government sponsored because there's a video that showed this. The protest was so interesting and peaceful, where Christians and Muslims respected each other when it comes to praying. Even a Reverend Sister and Aisha hugged each other in the and the protesters were mixed of ethnics, different religions and classes, all in one love to show the Nigeria they want that they crave for. I don't know why government is not seeing this only in the negative part. They are only seeing this whole thing in the negative part. It is the unity that brought people together. That is what they don't want, because they just want us to be far apart, and that unity is what is driving them crazy. There's nothing more than that. The government should work on the good part of this. I don't know. And all of these things that they are even trying to put to their chest, it's all about money and greed. It is not their money, it is not their property, it is the property of everybody. That is where the problem lies. Well, this Malami guy again, just as God dealt with the previous mafia set before him and his gang, Almighty God is getting ready for them. He's one of the people causing problem for this country at the moment. Let him continue. He should realize that power is transient. He's such a callous and selfish creature. Okay, is it not the same Malami that said that the soldiers did not go there, or the people that went there, it was hoodlums that went there putting on uniform, police uniform, and they were the one that started shooting? You can imagine this same Malami, that means is the Attorney General of the Federation.